Struggling with debt? Bills, loans, credit cards? Need a way out? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt matters.
This is Coogan Cassius Rifle TV in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by Mr. LOUIE Edmondson and Billy Joe Saunders.
How are we going, Coogie boy?
How are you? All right?
I'm good, my man. I'm good. You?
Yeah, all good. So a bit of news.
My face look twisted on here, like, 'cause I'm looking at this bottom camera and it's putting me off. Like, I'm looking a little bit. I don't know where I've got to sit.
I know. I don't know what you're using. The connection's terrible, but
We're using Rick's work equipment to find the old angle, isn't it?
all right. Well, listen. Let's keep it rolling and see how far we get. Bill, you've just announced. You and MTK have announced LOUIE Edmondson as your man this week. Talk to me about how this happened.
Yeah, listen, I've heard a lot of good things about him. He had a stellar amateur career. You know, I've heard a lot of rumours on the sparring scene. He's young, he's hungry. I've been out here working now, seen a bit myself. And, you know, it's about giving young up-and-coming men like himself, along with Dante Dixon, a chance in life to become world champion. I mean, you know, I've probably got another 2 years left in the sport, 3 years, so you know, I'm enjoying it now again at the minute and working alongside him. He's pushing me. He's keeping me going. Running this morning. He's training alongside of me. Sicking up everywhere, but it's good. It's good. I'm pushing him. I'm getting the best out of him. And he's showing, listen, he's ticking all the boxes. Everything. He's ticking all the boxes. He's training like a full-time pro now. And it's the only way he's going to get to the top is obviously surround himself with, you know, the team I've got. I've got the strength and conditioner, nutritionist. You know, we've got the camp manager here, we've got myself, we've got the gym, we've got the beach. We've got everything over here, my baby.
LOUIE, a lot of people might say it's a massive gamble putting your career in the hands of Billy Joe Saunders. I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's a good one. A lot of people would say it's a massive gamble being guided by someone like Billy Joe. Is it a gamble?
You're going to say that to him when he's rolling up in the Rolls Royces and that, bowling around Southampton, Coogan. He's going to play his back.
Let the man talk, Bill. Go on, LOUIE. Talk to me about going with Billy Joe and obviously MTK.
It's just unbelievable, you know. So I had a chat with Bill. Had a meeting when we was back home. Had a little chat. And then, yeah, we moved forward, come on, we've done a bit of training. And, yeah, it's unbelievable. Can't wait to get going, you know. It's bringing me on leaps and bounds already. Learning every single day. I'm training hard. He's given me access to everything that he's got access to, so we can't do nothing but bring me on.
So you're what 2-0 at the minute, LOUIE?
Yeah, that's right.
Have you got a date potentially when you could be having your third fight?
There's 3 dates that I've got in mind, but it's what suits him. You know, he's only just come in camp. He's only been here a week. I just don't want to say, oh yeah, I've signed you, chuck him in. I want to give him a couple of weeks. See where he's at with sparring, but there's 3 potential dates there to pick out of. So, you know, may even be out twice this year, maybe. So we'll see how things go, injury pending and fitness. So, you know, you can't just throw him in. I want to see with my own eye first where he's at in sparring. You know, he might think he's ready now, but, you know, sometimes when you get these young lions coming through, Coogan, I used to do the same when I was with Jimmy Tibbs. You just got to keep an eye on them. They don't know how to do it. It's all learning now. And, that 100% it will most definitely be out this year.
LOUIE, for people that haven't watched your fight, explain what kind of fighter you are. What style of fighter you are.
I'd say I'm nice and big for the weight. I can keep it long, move, not get hit, move good on my feet. I can dig deep and get stuck in when I have to as well.
Okay. So are you like a fan of Billy Joe? Like before he signed you, was you like a fan of him?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
He come here with his Saunders socks on, Saunders top on. Listen, I'm looking at him that much. He's laying on my arm in bed even. I've got him like a baby, Coogan.
Yeah, definitely. I've had interviews before and I've said before, you know, he's my favourite boxer and to watch him, yeah, it's a dream come true to be working with him and training alongside him.
Have you two sparred? I'm assuming you two have sparred then, obviously.
Coogan, listen. listen, I sparred him once the other day, and I've just come to realise I'm not ready now for sparring for at least another 3 or 4 weeks. But he's fit at the minute. Listen, he's a real talent. Let me tell you. I wouldn't have. Listen, I'm one of these, Coogan, as I've told you before. I'm not going to be working with a load of people. I must have had, if I showed you my inbox, I must have had 15 to 20 people in the last couple of weeks, and I mean good fighters, asking, you know, what would you think about, would you manage me? But I've only got time for these young guns coming through. You know, these one who wants it and who wants to get to the very top. So I'm interested with people with the same mindset of myself when I started out. You know, because I feel that way. If they've got the same mindset as me when I first started out, I sort of know where to guide them, all bar than the few hiccups on the way, fines, etc., and other bits and bobs. So they can learn off my mistakes. There you go.
Louis, obviously there aren't many more people experienced in and out the ring in boxing than Billy Joe. So, like you said, there's mistakes he's made which you can learn from, but there's also a lot of positives, obviously, with Billy Joe in and out the ring that you'll learn from as well. Yeah,
of course. It's what? How long have we been in now? A week.
Been a week now.
We can already. I've noticed it myself. I'm in the gym. I'm noticing improvements already, and we've been here a week. So, let alone the improvements over the next 6 months, pushing forward. You know.
Mm.
I think the main thing is Coogan is obviously getting him busy, getting him seen. He's a big Southampton football fan. He's got a big following. So the main thing is obviously guiding him all the way to the top alongside MTK. He couldn't be in those sofa hands, and hopefully one day, you know, achieve his dream, become world champion. You know, maybe at the football ground itself, somewhere like that. Like I say, he's got a huge following, big following. You know, all his fans, they come out to support when they do come out.
They make some noise as well.
They make some noise. But I think he's got all the ingredients. Listen, you can look at a fighter and, you know, you can talk him, you can big him, you can go, but you've got to work alongside him. And you just got to look at the ingredients there. He's got everything there. I believe that the 2 fighters that I'm working with now, that's the current with MTK and myself, I believe that they can generally go all the way to the top. All the way. They've got everything they need, but you have to be guided right and shown the path. You know, these are only young men in the sport. They've got hell of a lot to learn. You know, little things he'll be picking up on the way that perhaps he wouldn't be able to pick up elsewhere. You know, see, at his sort of level, he's got everything he needs. He's got his nutritionist out here because, I mean, he's got his strength and conditioner. You know, so he's got everything he needs. He's got a lovely gym. He's away on camp. He's training twice a day. So hopefully he's going to impress when we get him out. Yeah, under the lights, cool.
And Louis, you obviously going to be guided by MTK as well. So you're in the best possible hands there.
Yeah, 100%. They're the only one doing anything in the minute, aren't they? Doing big things all over. Billy Joe, Tyson, they're massive, aren't they? They're everywhere.
All right. Well, listen, we look forward to following your journey. Why do you got a top on, Bill?
Because we just come off the beach, we finished sprinting, and then we've had this put on our face saying, oh yeah, your interview's done. I told you to sort out the time at a convenient time, but obviously you're a busy man, you know what I mean? You're here, there, everywhere, you're rolled up, you've got the range outside, do you know what I mean? You've got the baby on the way, do you know what I'm saying? You're living life, you're loving it. So we work on your time now, do you know what I mean?
Thanks for that.
It's no problem, mate.
Bill, let me just get an update from you. What's going on? You tweeted the other day saying fight news pending soon. What's going on?
Yeah, listen, to be honest with you, I've just put all the stress in MTK's hands. I gave a certain date for a fight to be made. Nothing's made at the minute. You know, I'm just waiting at the moment. So hopefully I'll get fight news 100%. I need it by Monday, 1,000,000%. So, you know, it's got to be happening then because, you know, I need a date. I need to get out and I can't stick all the fucking, you know, messing around. He's waiting for him. I'm not waiting for no one. I'm world champion. I'm waiting for nobody whatsoever. If I haven't got a date soon, then I'll have to, you know, think about, you know, is the WBO going to call my mandatory if I haven't got an opponent or so soon? You know, I would like the WBO to say, right, let's get the mandatory on the line because at the minute, nobody seems to want to fight. So if I don't fight this year, then I'm going to be fighting you know, February, March sort of time, which is not ideal because, you know, I'm going to be out a year. So I could really do with getting out this year. So I need to know very, very soon. Otherwise, I reckon the WBO should just call my manager and get it on. And the story, we've got an opponent then. Because Callum Smith, Joe Gallagher was saying there's not enough money in it. And obviously he manages Callum. Canelo, he's got this lawsuit going on. Andrade, he's just bumming around, wants warm-ups and box nobodies. So at the minute, who's out there? Who's out there? Who wants it?
So the likely chances of this Callum Smith fighting, by the sounds of it, are not great to happen this year.
No, it's very, listen, put it this way, look, I'm very, very game. I've got a contract with his name now. I'm very, very game to get the fight on this year. I'm very game. I'm in camp. I don't want to keep being in camp all the time and, you know, not fighting the best. I want to fight the best. So he's one of the best someone. I think we should get it on. I'm not saying he's certainly not. He don't want to back down from no one, but you know, obviously he's got he's got his own figures in his head. I've got mine, and I just don't know if numbers can add up. I don't know.
What was your response, Bill, to the whole Canelo situation with his lawsuit against Roman, Golden Boy?
Listen, I've got no input. I've got no say. I don't really give a shit about it. I generally don't care if I walk down the street and broke his two legs. It's nothing at all to do with it. It's one thing, mate. I waited around for him. You know, I feel that Callum suffered because they was playing us off each other and both promised to fight several times and not happened. So, you know, I think that he's brushed underneath the carpet. If it happens, it happens. Look, it's the Callum Smith and myself were obviously waiting, and we was waiting for that sort of fight because it's the big fight to stardom. Forget about the money. If you win, you become the face of boxing. So we was waiting around for that. But obviously it didn't happen. So, you know, I've got no comment on that. It is what it is.
Do you feel like you have wasted time, though, months and months?
I've wasted months and months and months of time. Months of time. Time has just flew by. So, you know, I need to get a date now, or I need to be told, you know what, you're not going to be boxing. Go home, chill out, and see you next year. End of story. Be with your family, because it's getting to that stage now where, you know, we need a date. End of a date and opponent. If you can't find a date and opponent, then let's just stick to my contract and call a mandatory.
Who is your mandatory then? Is it Zach Parker?
Do you know what? I'm not quite sure, but I think it is. I'm sure it is, yeah. I'm sure it's Zach Parker. I'm not sure because it was some sort of shit when they boxed last, and I don't know. Do you remember, like, when he boxed that Australian? So I'm sure it is.
Okay. So obviously MTK, you're letting them deal with it. Have you actually spoken to Hearn though? Listen,
Cougar, Eddie Hearn, listen, you text Hearn, you ring him, he don't pick up and don't get back to you. So therefore, I'll just leave it with MTK and let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Listen, like I say, it's one of them that I'm a man's man. I don't need to be wrapped around certain people and be friendly goes. It's business. It's all business. I know that. But let's just get my business on the road. Let's get a fight done. Let's crack on. You know, let's do business together. Let's get a fight. But at the minute, I'm still waiting. But look, things may change this week. It needs to change anyway.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to let you boys crack on. Louis, we'll catch up with you again, hopefully in person.
He's off. He's gone.
He's off. Yeah, Louis, when you're back, obviously we'll do something in person. It's a bit better. His connection hasn't been great. That Tom Watt sorted out. So thanks, Tom. But I think we heard you, and I think we heard Billy Joe as well. So this will do for the moment. But we'll do something proper when you're back.
Oh, wicked. Nice one, Vegan. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
With that, bills, loans, credit cards. Need a way out? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. Free, impartial advice on all your debt matters.